Hello, Reformers, and welcome back to Prophecy of Pendor. Now, when we left off, we had attempted to lure a snake cult army into the Noldor forest, and maybe, just maybe, gain a huge amount of renown from that. But it didn't really work out that way because we were not the attacker. But that is indeed the problem. I wasn't sure whether the Noldor army would actually join us. So, yeah, I don't know what the basis for neutral parties actually joining you is going to be. Obviously, they are allies with us technically, but not really, if you know what I mean. So, it's a little bit murky, that particular subject for me, so I have no idea. But I do know that the Empire vassals, or whoever you are actually allied with by being a vassal or a lord or a king or something along those lines, I do know that those guys will join you if you are the attacker against an opposing force. So, as you see here, we currently have the Snake Cult army. Yes, they have 800 units. Now, luckily enough, we actually were able to get 2 other vassals into the battle with us as they were heading into Sez. It was absolute luck that we were able to do that, and hopefully we will be able to pulverize the Snake Cult army into the ground. Now, as you see, we have a renown value of 34, a battle advantage of -3, so that's not too bad. Can you imagine what the battle advantage would be if we actually attacked them by ourselves? It would probably be -9 or something along those lines, and we would have literally 10 units on the battlefield while they had 150. So, definitely a good idea to get a couple more units in on the battlefield just to even things up slightly. As you see, it's not even close to being even, to be honest, but we are going to have to do our very best. I'm going to try and stay alive as much as possible. And obviously we do have a huge amount of Shadow Legion units, but sometimes they're not going to help us, are they? I mean, the Snake Cult has so many Cobra Warriors that I think we are probably going to have some difficulties dealing with the sheer mass that they have. But we're going to try our very best, and hopefully they won't see fit to bite us with their venomous sting. Well, venomous sting, venomous bite, whatever you want to say, but let's do it. Let us charge everyone in and see what we can do about eliminating them. Obviously, my horse is now taking a little bit of damage for free there. Not incredibly happy about that. Let's see if we can deal some damage to this Cobra Warrior right here. Maybe? Yep, there we go. I think we took him out. Now, what's going on here? I'm actually unsure what is actually transpiring. Ooh! Let us take out that Serpent Priestess if we can. A little bit of damage there. These guys are very, very difficult to take out, or at least I thought they were. Obviously, I think the main reason that the Snake Cult armies are so incredibly deadly is that they have so many reasonable units. You see, that's the thing. That's the key word there. Reasonable units, because really anything that is above a Snake Cult armsman or something along those lines is going to deal significant damage in comparison. Like that, for example. Yes, just like that. Yeah, isn't that fantastic? Look at that. We're at 1% HP now. So yeah, there is that to consider, especially considering the Serpent Priestesses are absolutely fantastic units, and they are extremely damaging, and so that's the reason why I was very dubious about even doing this, but it seems as though we might actually have maybe luck on our side. I don't know. Many of our vassals' units have already been eliminated, which I have to say is vastly disappointing, but what can you do? That's just how it is. That is just how it is against the Snake Cult. You really can't do much else. I'm going to tell all of our units to hold position back here. All of our Shadow Legion friends, at least. We make sure that we are a little bit consolidated, at least. Because if they're not, we are just going to get picked off by ourselves, and it's going to be absolutely terrible. So let's see. Are we able to eliminate this guy? Maybe. Maybe slow down his horse slightly. There we are. Eliminate him. Very nice. Okay, so what else do we have going on here? Well, we have a huge amount of Snake Cult units still on the battlefield. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if this is going to even be viable. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Well, we have to win. That's the only thing we have to do. We have to win this. Otherwise, we may as well say goodbye now. Literally, that is all we have to do. Ooh, we've gotten some more reinforcements. Excellent. Let us not get taken out now, please. Yes. Okay, so this might actually end up being a victory. That would be fantastic. But it's still up in the arms? Yes, up in the arms. Still up in the arms. Still up in the air, I was going to say, but yes. Okay. Still up in the arms is apparently now my new phrase that I will say many times. So, otherwise, I think we're okay. New enemies are arriving. That might have signed our death warrant, actually. Maybe. That's pretty bad. Okay, let's tell all of our Shadow Legion guys to actually charge in now, because right now we are having some difficulties with the armsmen. They are literally just shooting for free right now, which is really never a good sign. Ooh, huge amount of Cobra Warriors coming in, but don't have to really worry about them, because of course we do have some Shadow Legion units in the wings, hopefully waiting to reinforce us, maybe? Hopefully? Cross fingers, maybe? I don't know. Maybe not. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad if they are not going to help us once again. Maybe we won't get any more reinforcement waves. That would be atrocious. I was hoping to take that guy out. There we go. Okay, we are literally hanging on a thread here. Maybe... no, not enough damage. Not enough damage. Come on, eliminate them. Eliminate them. Yes. Maybe, maybe. There we go. There's one. Another one. Yes, a little bit of damage. Nothing really good, though. Ooh, we don't really want to be stationary, that's for sure. Okay, so we are one of the last remaining units here. Yes. I was going to say that maybe we have a chance, but I'm going to say no because we got stuck. And that's indeed the reason. There are still 58 units available. And I am... Whoa, okay, the camera's going a little bit weird there, but yes, we are now gonna take a look and see what's actually going on here. Not very good, I have to say. They have 57 units. I mean, really? It's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. So, yes, there we go. That appears to be that. And, well, we have eliminated all of their Serpent Priestesses. And, I don't know. Are we able to do this? Will we be able to do this? You see, that's the thing. We wouldn't have been able to complete that particular round, so we basically just lost all of that renown that we could have otherwise gotten. So I suppose we'll just take a look and see what's going on here. 35 renown? Okay, that's not too bad. 35 renown. We may as well try for it. Now, they only have Cobra Warriors remaining. Yes, and we're going to see how we do here. I actually have no idea, because really, right now, we just do not have the ability to be able to take these guys out very easily, even by ourselves, even with the assistance of a huge amount of vassals as well. So we're going to see how it goes here. Maybe. They have a lot of armsmen now, which is the main reason why I'm a little bit worried about charging straight on in here, because they do have, well, some pretty accurate crossbows, and even though I would love to be able to eliminate many of them, and it is actually very easy to eliminate them, they are of course now going to be assaulting many of our forces here. Okay, I'm just going to charge everyone in. We'll see what we can do with that. There really is nothing else I can do, because we only have infantry and cavalry, so charging them in is literally our only option. Or at least, as far as I'm concerned, it's our only option. So let's see if we can actually deal some damage with our horse here a little bit. Yep, there we go. Yeah, one. We actually hit one unit. Little bit worried about that, I've got to say. Okay, so here we go, here we go. That's a little bit better. Taking a little bit of damage on the way past, but we did take out a few, maybe 2, 3? No, not too sure. But again, only Cobra Warriors available for them. So, not bad. Not bad at all. No, we will not get taken out. Thank you very much. Okay, so... it appears as though one of our vassals actually does have Empire Immortals on his side, which I've got to say is a welcome addition to the battle. Otherwise, we're just going to see... Oh, reinforcements! Yes, reinforcements. Fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get shot here, I'm pretty sure. Am I going to get shot? Well, whatever the case, I will have just taken out a huge amount of their units. There we go. Try and take out as many as I can before I get taken out. Hopefully. Hopefully, maybe. I was really hoping for... Ah, really? How did he even do that? That's what I want to know. How did he even do that? That was just insane. Okay, well, I suppose the insane thing is that we are potentially going to be winning this battle. Yes, maybe. Just maybe we'll be lucky. Now, the one thing that I have to say is that we might be able to weaken them enough so that we can go back into Sez, rest up a little bit, and then come back and actually take on the army by ourselves. But obviously the Empire vassals are actually very opportunistic, as we know from the time when we sieged that castle, and, well, they decided to steal it from under our noses. That was not particularly good, was it? But, yes, hopefully we will be able to maybe head in against them once again. Well, I'm thinking very positively about this in comparison to what I would otherwise think, because if we are unable to win, then that would be a travesty. We'll see. Okay, well, the main problem that we've been having so far is the fact that, of course, we were eliminated, and, of course, the vassals' forces were also eliminated, so it was only my forces remaining, and they were against 90 units, so I decided to retreat and restore our former strength, and we're now going to be heading in once again, and -9 battle advantage. Well, we've had worse. That's all I can say. We have had worse, and bear in mind there are only 66 Cobra warriors now available for the enemy. So we might be able to pull this off if we hold our ground and stay next to our spawn area, because right now the main problem we've been having is that we've been moving towards their spawn area and making it a lot easier for them to gain reinforcements, and we do not want that, do we? No, we do not want that at all. So we are going to do our very best to hold our ground and see what they decide to do. Hopefully they will decide just to charge in with reckless abandon, and they won't move their crossbowmen into range, and they won't decide to do significant damage to us before they charge in their Cobra warriors, which is really quite bad. That would be absolutely terrible in actual fact. So let's see and hope that they don't do that. Otherwise, I would say that it was a mistake probably to take the challenging task, because, well, we were only given 100 units, and even though many of you did give some pretty good tips, like, for example, losing a couple of units and fighting some Jatu warbands and various other things like that, that probably would have been a better idea. I felt this was a little bit more epic, and, well, I thought maybe we would be able to rid the land of the scourge of the snake cult armies and various other units, and maybe we would then be able to gain some renown that way, but it appears as though that will not be the case. Maybe? No, well, no, we are losing a huge amount of units just from regular bombardment from their snake-called armsmen. The armsmen are actually terrible units, it's just the fact that they have so many of them that they are able to deal such significant damage. So, let's see, are we able to actually win here? Maybe? I actually don't know. If we're able to win here, that would be just utterly fantastic, but I am very dubious. I really don't think we will be able to, and maybe we'll just get my old army back and maybe defeat the army with that, just to get the renown value, not for the quest, but just to get the renown, really, because I don't think we are going to have enough units to be able to pull this off, but you never know. I mean, I'm staying positive here. I'm not really thinking that we're going to have many difficulties, because we do have some incredible units, but the numbers, the sheer numbers. And you know what's funny? We actually do have 10 in tactics. Yeah, we have 10 in tactics, and yet we are unable to win against such overwhelming odds. I can only assume that you would need... What? I have no idea. What would you need? What would you need to be able to defeat an army of this magnitude? Because we already have basically max tactics skill, unless the tactics skill can be increased further, which I don't think it can. But maybe it can, I don't know, I haven't actually seen, but if it can, then that's great, but if it can't, then I have no idea how you would be able to. I suppose, yes, the only other way you would be able to is if you had more renown and you were able to take out many more units as a result, because, yes, having a small army definitely does not lend itself to adequately destroying such a large force. Whereas if we had, I don't know, around 200 units, then I think we would probably have a pretty good battle advantage. Maybe -5 or something like that, so maybe that would make a huge difference. Yeah, that would have probably made the difference in, well, overall. So, yeah, that was my bad, I guess. Probably should have waited to do the challenging task. So, yeah, not great, but, well, that's just how it goes sometimes. I am actually still hopeful that we will be able to do this. So, yeah, as you can see, they just have followers, and they have Snake Cult Armsmen, and they only have a couple of Cobra Warriors, and they are being eliminated as we speak. So, I've got to say, that's pretty good. That is pretty good, and do bear in mind that these units that we are currently using are temporary. They are not going to be sticking with us, so it doesn't really matter whether we lose them or not. So, that is always a good thing, in my opinion. That is a good thing to take into account, because they are not our units, so even if I make tactical errors, it really doesn't matter at all. Obviously, it does matter if we are going to lose the challenging task, but right now, I don't know. Right now, I don't think it really... there we go. Don't think it really counts, but let's just see. Maybe I'll be able to take out these guys down here, or at least help out one of our Shadow Legion Centurions. Wow, he's actually doing a significant amount of damage there. There we go. Come on, take him out. There are so many of them. They just keep spawning everywhere. They're just absolutely everywhere. They're like rats. How dare you? Get out of here. Come on. Yes, there we go. Okay, so we have 13 units. And they have 82. It's not looking good, I gotta say. It is not looking good. I do not want to get taken prisoner, by the way, either, so I'm probably going to retreat if I can before we are completely eliminated. But, of course, that leaves a very bitter taste, doesn't it? A very bitter taste in one's mouth, because look at them. Look at them. There's only Snake Cult Armsmen remaining, and we would so easily have been able to do this if only we had waited a little bit longer. Well, I suppose that's just how it goes sometimes, and, well, I really thought we would be able to do it. It seemed as though the Shadow Legion units were relatively good, and we wouldn't have to really worry too much about it, and there we go. So, I'm going to be retreating really fast right there, because I do not want to get taken prisoner by these guys. And thank you very much, Adiz. Thank you for complaining, even though we tried our hardest. And as you can see, look at that. 2 Cobra Warriors available, and the rest are just followers and armsmen. Absolutely terrible units. But, bear in mind that when we complete this quest right here, 3 days to finish it. I'm actually just going to go back right now, and we're going to get our units. Are we going to get our units? I actually have no idea. Wait a minute. Let's rest for about 12 hours. We're going to attack them at dusk, I think. Let's try and attack them at dusk. Oh my, whoa, that was... Woohoo, okay, yes. That is quite an insane amount of units. Okay, so, as we can see, we are almost rejuvenated fully. We're just going to get a little bit more rest. Maybe attack them at dawn, I don't know. There we go. Maybe morning? Yes, there's morning. Okay, so, we need to get a couple more pieces of loot. And by that I mean foodstuffs. Stuff our faces full of grapes and olives and fish. Yes, what a wonderful cocktail of food. And we're going to be heading in against these guys once again. Come on, let's do this. We have 61 units. Let's go. 58 in actual fact. We have a -8 battle advantage. Of course we do. But we have 36 units on the battlefield. And, bear in mind, they only have 2 Cobra Warriors now. Yes, only 2 Gordon Freemans. So, hopefully, we will be able to eliminate the Gordons and then attain victory. Now, obviously these crossbowmen are going to be quite deadly still, but I think we might be able to do it. Believe it or not. What is our renown value for this battle? I actually didn't see, but it doesn't really matter, to be honest. Let's just see what we can do. Let's try to get ready. Now, the main problem we are having is that the Marinus units do not have any shields. I actually wonder why they don't have shields. I think they should have shields. That would probably be mighty useful against such an overwhelming crossbow force. But that's just how it goes, I guess. Now, let's see. 36 against 119. I'm actually wondering. Okay. I think some spot of brilliance actually did just enter my mind there. I know, rather rare, isn't it? Rather rare for that to happen, but we're gonna see if we can make this happen. Ooh, I don't think we can. I think there is an invisible wall here. Yep. That is unfortunate. If only there was an invisible wall. If there wasn't, I was thinking, oh, let's go behind the hill and get them to come to us, and then we would close the gap so incredibly close that we would be able to, well, just descend upon them in a hail of blood and guts and gore, and actually destroy them so incredibly easily. Okay, well, what can I do apart from charge in? Because we're just going to get pelted with crossbow bolts otherwise, and that would be just useless, wouldn't it? Yes, absolutely useless. So, I'm going to try our very best. Let's do this. Try and eliminate as many as I can, of course. Come on, there we go, there we go. We are not doing too badly. Obviously, getting stopped by one of those polearm users is never a good sign. But let's try and take out this Cobra warrior. I was about to say Cobra Knight, but no. He's not that good. And yes, we're just going to see and hope that all of our units will be able to survive as long as possible. Come on, keep running, keep running. Come on, horsey. You can do this. Come on, Gerard. Gerard is our horse now. You will survive, Gerard. Yes. Okay, now let's be careful, let's be careful. They are retreating slightly. I am actually really surprised about this. Why are they retreating? I have no idea. I suppose because we are running into them and they are scared. Yes, they are running scared now. And we are utterly devastating their lines right now. I've got to say, I am actually really proud of our unit's bravery, and I'm really proud of Gerard for staying alive this long. I've got to say, I was actually thinking he would be crippled within the first 2 minutes of us fighting anything, but yes, at least he is quite the damaging horse, isn't he? Look at that. The charge damage he's actually able to do right now is just staggering. Okay, so yes, we have another band of crossbow units spawning in right here. Oh, goodness me, they are really brutal, are they not? Yes. They have no morals and no logic. They just run in against you over and over again. Okay, come on now. Yes. No, maybe. Yes, there we go. Okay, now, let's see. What are we going to do here? I'm actually unsure because I really don't want to continue telling our units to charge in. We only have 10 units available. Should I just tell them to run away now? Or, I have no idea. See, that's the thing. If they're running, they're probably going to get killed. So, it's me against 107 units. Yep. Well, my main plan, you see, was initially to weaken them up so much that we would then be able to tell the Shadow Legion Centurion in the castle to stuff his quest and basically to shove it where the sun don't shine, and then to get our own units back and eliminate these guys once and for all, and we would gain a huge amount of renown that way, and a huge amount of prisoners too, so bear that in mind. We would be getting so many good prisoners that we would probably be able to basically do anything we wanted. Now, I'm gonna try and see whether we can run away from this. No. Yes. Yes. Okay, there we go. I've survived. So let's get out of there as quickly as we can. 8 units. Yeah, we only have 8 units available. Yes, that's fantastic, isn't it? Okay, so there we go. Now, there's only 206 units available, and they have 400. That is the main thing. 400 prisoners, and among them they have 6 Empire Immortals, 25 Empire Gladiators, 36 Empire Knights, and various other units that we definitely want to recruit. So, we're going to head into Cez, and in the next episode, we're going to be telling that guy, basically, to shove off. And to tell him that his quest sucks. Yes, it sucks big time. So, without further ado, I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.